Just a reminder while we're going through this, the Learning Technology Centers are still here. There is no division of educational technology at the agency. There has not been for years. It is actually listed on the ISBE site under this cute little kid at the bottom of the page, and we are under Innovation and Ideas. So two things that I want to point out. If there's anything related to broadband or E-rate or LTCs or Illinois Virtual School or any of those components that support educational technology, they will be under Innovation and Ideas on that main page. Also, in addition to that, anything E-rate related will be called broadband information. So that's where you will find that information. We do have a separate website for the Learning Technology Centers where we cross-populate the same information, so you can find it there as well. The project that I was talking about earlier about the revolving loan fund is also there. There's also a section under Innovation and Ideas that are showcases of wonderful things that are happening. So if you're doing some fantastic stuff in your school with one of your projects and it's related to educational technology or not, you can send that in to ISBE, and they're actively looking for great school stories to show what wonderful things are being done. So if you have something that you want highlighted and spotlighted, or you just want to get your district name on the ISBE site in a good manner, there is a place for that now. And I did do a webinar November about E-rate updates, and we will try to do those in between the times. We'll do our 470 and our 471, but I'm going to try to actively do webinars through the ISBE system throughout the rest of the year with reminders and updates of when to file forms and things like that. So that will be the place that you will find those webinars. They're also linked on our LTC page. The one thing that that page does cover is how Jamie Bader is going to validate your information. I know these are a lot of words. I copy and pasted just a section off the website so that I could address it with you. So there is a challenge that ISBE has been facing in validating your numbers. Is there were two places to look for information. One was the Fall Housing Report information, one was CEP. And we're about 43% CEP in the state now. So that was two different places for USAC to look at to validate your numbers. We now have one spreadsheet that lists everything. It gets updated in January of each year with all of those totals. And it is called the Seamless Summer Options Meal Eligibility Form spreadsheet. Why it is called that, I have no idea. I'm going to say that was some new name that made sense to the nutrition division at ISBE. But that is the name of the form. If you're interested in finding that to validate the counts you're putting in today, I can show you where that is. Please keep in mind it gets updated in January of each year, which means it has not been updated for the application you're getting ready to file. That is one of my goals for next year, is to get that at a little bit more of a timely manner so that you'll have that for your 470 applications. If you need third-party verification and they ask you for that in your PIA review, you are going to email Jamie Bader. She is going to look on that spreadsheet and she is going to say, yes, these are the numbers that we have on file for you. So that's the first step if they ask you to verify that. If they ask you to verify your numbers for Category 2, because you'll see we have the option of adding part-time students, what she will ask you to do is to have your principal indicate your peak part-time students from whatever form that you used. So she's not going to be in the business. This form does not take into account those extra students you have in your buildings. If you have proof that there are extra students in your buildings, your principal will sign on letterhead and say, yes, and this is the form that we use to prove that for our extra students. And then she will give that form to USAC to validate. So please don't, if you get asked for verification, think that you are being picked on or that there is something wrong in your numbers. That is a random selection. And if you find yourself in that situation, you can reach out to me, but Jamie is the one that's going to validate that for you at the state board. Category 2 allows you to pick peak part-time students. Those are extra students that are in your building. On your report, they will be shown as you are the serving school, not the home school. So you'll have a serving school number of 123, where your home school number is 120, 23 extra students. Those can be pre-K that your program has that you're not counting in your regular numbers. Those can be your housing is special ed program, and so a BED class is in your building. Those can be students that are homeschooled that come to you for driver's ed or PE or band. Those count. If you host a local what is that called? Various vocational programs through the CTE offices. So if you house like the building trades program and kids from the other buildings come to your high school to be a part of building trades or auto mechanics or nursing or something like that, you can count those extra numbers for that $153.74. So you can get a little bit extra $100 for all of those extra kids. So if you haven't kept track of those extra kids, you might go back and kind of investigate how much more money you can get for Category 2.